President Uhuru Kenyatta is clearly laying an elaborate strategy to remove William Ruto from office as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And that's going to be our next video. But for now, I want us to do a critical analysis why William Ruto's party, UDA party, has chickened out of the Juja Parliamentary by-election. We all know that for a long time, majority of Kenyans have always assumed that William Ruto controls the larger Mount Kenya region. And Juja Parliamentary by-election was going to provide an opportunity for the Deputy President and William Ruto to prove themselves who actually controls the politics in the larger central Kenya. But before we do all those, if you're watching this video for the first time, please want to just take a second or two and click subscribe button. Because what we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't get any other place. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your support. And for this particular video, I want to ask you guys to give it a thumbs up. Now back to the main issue. Ahead of 2013 general election, President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto shocked the entire country by coming together. And they went ahead and won the elections. And they had a promise. And the promise was simple. That William Ruto was going to be the running mate to the president. And that Uhuru Kenyatta was going to be the presidential candidate in 2013 and in 2017. And in 2022, President Uhuru Kenyatta was going to support his deputy to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. As a matter of fact, they wanted to rule the country for 20 good years. But because in politics, the only thing which matters is interest, President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are currently reading from different chapters. So the president is not going to support his deputy. But one thing has also shocked Kenyans, how William Ruto managed to penetrate and hold the people of the larger Mount Kenya region on his side. Because at some point it was even clear, and people were saying that if elections were to be held in central Kenya, pitting William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta, that William Ruto was going to humiliate it. So the by-election in Georgia was going to provide that platform for William Ruto to finally stamp his authority in the larger Mount Kenya politics. And we all remember that UDA party was the first party to invite aspirants for the seat. But yesterday they made a communications that they're not going to sponsor a candidate. And the reason they gave was that they're doing this for the respect of the widow, that they want to support the widow. We all know that Justice Murunga, the late Justice Murunga from Matungu, was a very close ally of the Deputy President. When he passed on, UDA party sponsored a different candidate, not the widow. And the widow actually wanted the seat and ended up contesting on a different ticket. So basically the issue of chickening out of the race because they want to support the widow, in my considered opinion, is a lie. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto has figured out the political implications of the Juja Parliamentary by-election. And they are chickened out because of the following reasons. The first reason why they are not sponsoring a candidate is the fear of losing series of by-elections in this country. UDA party, through the independent candidate in Msambweni, won that seat. And they took credit for it. And as a matter of fact, the circumstances were totally different. So when we had a by-election in Kabuchai, we had a by-election in Matungu, we had a by-election in Lantern Ward, we had a by-election in Hell's Gate, and another one in Kisii, they ventured into those particular by-elections. And their aim was just one. They wanted to continue with the momentum of Msambweni. So they lost all these by-elections apart from the Lantern Ward. So which means we have another by-election in Machakos. UDA party is not sure of winning that particular by-election in Machakos. And from my own projections, there are chances that the Wiper candidate might actually win that seat. So it means they are likely also to lose that by-election. So if they were to lose that by-election and then they go ahead and venture in Juja and lose Juja again, and then there is also the Bonchari, and then they go there and lose, then it means they were going to be associated with the loss. So at least now they are not in the picture. If they are not contesting and the other candidate wins, then it will be a totally different strategy. It will be totally different ballgame. They can say they didn't have a candidate. They can say that probably they were supporting the candidate which won that particular by-election. So they don't want a situation where they are viewed or they suffer a series of losses. So they want to avoid. Number two, I think William Samoei Ruto and his party, especially in central Kenya, would not want anything which can create direct confrontation with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. If there's one thing which William Ruto has tried all along, is to avoid any confrontation with the president. As a matter of fact, his allies have always attacked the president. William Ruto has avoided at all cost. In fact, in some rallies, the deputy president would sit there, the likes of Didmas Baraza, Ndindi Nyoro, Alice Wahome, the rest, Oscar Sudi, would insult the president, would abuse the president. But William Ruto has avoided any direct confrontation with the president. Juja by-election was going to provide a fertile ground for the deputy president to confront the president, because UDA as a political party is actually known or is associated with William Samoei Ruto. So that's number two. They didn't want any confrontation. Number three, which is something I've been planning to do a video about, UDA party reception in the larger Mount Kenya region. When William Samoei Ruto formed this UDA party, his associates formed this UDA party, they intended to engineer mass defection from Jubilee to this party. So far, this party is very active in Rift Valley. But there are two places where this party is not really active. Actually, the party is active in Rift Valley. It has also been embraced in Western and in Ukambani, where his allies are freely associating with it because of Mudama factor. But two places, that is the coastal region and central Kenya region. These two regions have never embraced this UDA party. That's the honest truth. And because this party has not been embraced, in central Kenya, majority of members of parliament who are supporting the DP, maybe apart from Ndindi Nyoro, are not coming out to really associate with this party. Even if they go to their functions, they don't go outside there and advance the interest of this particular party. The MCAs from these regions are not embracing this particular party. So I think because of the reception, these guys are not receptive to this party. It means if they were to give an UDA candidate this ticket in Juja, then majority of these members of parliament would go outside there to campaign for this party. I don't think they'd want to do that. And because of that, I think they've decided not to sponsor a candidate there. Number four, Moses Kuria factor. Something tells me that there's a fallout between Moses Kuria and William Samoei Ruto. And if there's no fallout, then I still maintain that Moses Kuria could be a Trojan horse in William Ruto's camp. I still maintain that. Why do I say so? In London Ward, Moses Kuria, who has a political party, sponsored a candidate. Okay? In Hell's Gate, Moses Kuria sponsored a candidate. Those candidates fared so well. In the previous by-elections before UDA came into the picture, Moses Kuria sponsored candidates, I think 3 or 4, for some civic ward, and they won. UDA party announced that they were going to venture into that particular by-election. Again, Moses Kuria is sponsoring a candidate. Now, let's face it, this is politics. If there are people who are opposed to the president in Juja constituency, and you divide these people, some allied to Ruto, some allied to Moses Kuria, then it means you are giving advantage to President Uhuru Kenyatta's party. So assuming Uhuru Kenyatta's party had the support of say 50 or 49%, then we had other, let's say he had even 40%. Then the people who are opposed to the president had 60%. It would mean that if you split those, it means Kuria is going to get 30%, Ruto is going to get 30%, then the Jubilee candidate is likely to emerge the winner. I think there's that small friction probably between Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria feels that maybe William Ruto ought to have chosen my party, but not to form his own political party. Because remember, the moment William Ruto formed another political party, it means Moses Kuria will not have full control over that particular party. And again, if you look at the other guys supporting William Samoei Ruto from the larger Central Kenya region, people like Mwangi Kiunjuri, they also have their own political party, the Service Party. So they will not allow ODA to sell their policies while they have their own political parties. Number five, I think William Ruto is also not keen on facing or fighting with the deep state in Juja. And probably his team or advisors or even the intelligence has advised him that President Uhuru Kenyatta is laying as a wider strategy to win that seat at all cost. So what do you expect the Deputy President to do? To go to a contest where he's going to face the deep state, and as the Deputy President, he will not want to come out openly, and he's going to lose. Then at the same time, he's going to confront the president. I think he's not ready. William Ruto is not ready to confront the deep state. William Ruto is not ready to feel the wrath of President Uhuru Kenyatta when he finally lands in Juja. So he's avoiding that. Number six, the sixth reason, I also believe that probably after UDA party announced or requested people, aspirants to apply, maybe no one showed interest in contesting that seat. And because nobody was interested in contesting on that ticket, probably they realized there was no need of venturing into that particular contest if they didn't have a serious candidate. Or probably they had candidates applying, then through internal mechanisms, they conducted opinion polls. And those opinion polls showed them that the candidates who are planning to contest on those tickets were likely to lose. So the best thing is not to contest. And lastly, I think it has to do with the impending impeachment of William Samoei Ruto. The National Managing Committee of Jubilee Party yesterday removed William Ruto as the deputy party leader of Jubilee Party. Probably he's planning to go to court. The law is also very clear that you can't advance the interest of another political party. If he was going to go to Juja and the court is on, it would have meant that someone would have attracted the attention. Because in Juja, Jubilee Party is going to have a candidate. Probably Uhuru is going to unveil that candidate at party headquarters. Then Ruto was going to unveil another candidate, maybe at Oda Center or maybe at Karen residence. So it means if he goes to court to challenge the move of removing him as the deputy party leader, then someone can use this Juja Parliamentary by-election to prove a point that indeed, Jubilee had a candidate and Ruto was also supporting another candidate. So I think they don't want to give the proponents of the impeachment program some arsenals to fight them. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. William Ruto is not going to venture into the Juja Parliamentary by-election. Thank you guys, and again, if you're watching this video for the first time, take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.